Raila Odinga might be gone, but he left behind an overdetermined son called Oketch Salah. For those who don't know Mr. Oketch, Oketch is Raila Odinga's adopted son, and technically, the world got to know about Oketch when Raila passed simply because he was the last person to be seen with him. For instance, have a look at this image. We also have a video of him dancing with Raila Odinga. So that was Oketch's claim to fame, the fact that he was the last person to be seen with Raila Odinga. And now, Oketch Salah is using this newly found fame to make his way into politics. So in this video, I want us to look into some of the things that Mr. Oketch Salah has been doing to make his way into the murky politics of Kenya. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, Oketch Salah has decided to use Bunge la Wananchi as a stepping stone into politics. I say this because yesterday, he went to that same vicinity to donate 1 million Kenya shillings. Just listening to this.
Ya usiku ulioko hapa nitatembea leo kwenda na Omosh na mwingine labda atachagua Omosh, tutaenda naye kwa sababu nyinyi pia staki hapa ni ukiwaachia hela mpate shida. Tutaenda na Omosh, niko na barua na president, niko na barua kutoka William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto amepatiana Bunge la Wananchi 1 million.
First of all, that money isn't from Ruto, it's from his own pocket. If Ruto was the one who had given the cash, he'd have definitely sent Farouk Kibet. So I believe the purpose of that money is to ensure that Bunge la Wananchi members like Omosh and others start singing praise and worship for Salah ahead of his 2027 parliamentary bid. Because believe it or not, that's what he's up to. Nobody gets in politics for fame. You can get that just by having money and showcasing your lifestyle. But if you're going to get involved with politics, then you definitely want a seat at the table. We don't know if it's going to be a parliamentary seat, senatorial, but definitely I believe it's MP. Him being a first timer, it's more easier to become an MP than a senator or governor. Those types of seats need an introductory phase in your life where you served prior. Number two, to claim national headlines, Oketch Salah has begun involving himself in high-profile funerals, such as that of Supreme Court Justice Ibrahim Mohammed. In fact, here he is in this image is helping to carry the embalmed body. To be honest, a few years back, I doubt Salah would have been in the country to attend such a funeral. But now that he's interested in politics, he has begun moving like a politician and involving himself in funerals, which under normal circumstances, we wouldn't see him attending. Number three, to gain inroads with the likes of Junet, Ruto, and others. Oketch Salah is using the fact that he was the last person to be seen with Raila to tell people that Raila's wish, his dying wish, was that they stay in broad-based and support William Ruto in 2027. Something that even the Secretary General refutes. But anyway, here's what Oketch Salah had to say.
Baba alinieleza mimi personally ya kwamba anataka watu wake wa ODM kwa ujumla wakuwe kwenye hii serikali, na ya kwamba alikuwa anaenda kuendorse Rais William Samoei Ruto. Siku hiyo tukija kutoka Dubai tulivyoingia akaenda Agile, aliwaeleza wale ya kwamba anataka watu kwanza waachane sori ya 27 ili aweze kufanya party kuwe na nguvu. Na lakini mimi ninachowaeleza alichokuwa akiwa kwa roho yake ni ya kwamba ODM imuendorse President William Samoei Ruto ikiwa iko very strong so that aweze kushinda na points nyingi sana.
For me, that leaves me believing one thing. Either Oketch Salah is a liar and a conman, as some have called Raila in the past, or Sifuna is the liar and the conman. But you know they always say, better the devil you know than the angel you don't know. Even if Sifuna were to be a liar to Memjua for a long time, we can track his history. Sifuna is saying that Raila did not commit ODM party to UDA. Raila never said two-term. He never said that they're going to form a merger. They only signed an MOU in regards to how they will work up until 2027. That was it. But Salah has a different idea. He's saying that Raila told him they will stay in broad-based government. Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? I tend to believe Sifuna and refute the claims of Oketch Salah. If anything, we need to go by what we have on record. And what we have on record is Raila Odinga saying that Kalonzo ni mwaminifu, that Kalonzo ni mutu muungwana, ni mutu hana matusi, na ameshinda Ruto mara 10. We have Raila on record saying that. So from where you sit, Raila Odinga endorsed Kalonzo Musyoka. Raila Odinga is not in this two-term nonsense. or rather was not since he's deceased. And those children who are trying to lie, tunawaonea 18. You know, even those of you who are parents, and you don't even have to be elderly, so long as wewe ni mzazi, ama utakuwa mzazi siku moja. There are children who have what we call selective amnesia. Even if you call all your children and you say, ile siku sisi hatutakuwa, hii gari itapeanwa kwa yule, ile shamba itaenda kwa yule, hivi itakuwa hivi. The day that parent is not there, there are some children who have what we call selective amnesia, wanna cherry pick what to forget and what to remember. If the instructions given were not to their favor, they will forget what the father said or what the mother said and impose their own ideas. This is what we are seeing with some of Raila Odinga's children. It doesn't have to be biological. I'm talking about even his political children, wale watu amementa. If it benefits me to be in 2 term, Raila said we stay in government. If it benefits me to be in 1 term, he said ABC. So I believe Salah is just playing to his own will. Raila has never endorsed Ruto on camera, and that is what we'll go by. But anywho, let's see what Kenyans next have to say about this Salah character and the fact that he gave $1 million at Bunge la Wananchi. And I quote, Mokua the third said, 2 term nikipewa 1 mil, but kupiga kura ni 1 term. Very wise guy. Omega Son said, Aoko Otieno has always talked about this guy being used, and I tend to agree. Alta said, Majamaa ambao ukula pesa ya politicians, especially youths, don't vote. I've lived in Eastlands long enough to know this as a fact. Edited said, this guy came to light the last days of Raila. Now he is everywhere with the government. Ambassador Tagare said, money speaks in different languages. Coded Corners said, they should change their names from Bunge la Wananchi to Bunge la Njaa. Hanix Juma said, na hivyo ndivyo kuchange Kenya itakuwa ngumu. Political class ishajua tunanunuliwa na njaa, na iyo Singapore the closest tutawaiona ni kwa maps. Dan Nairo said, I stopped watching their nonsense. I'm not surprised they've grown past Jacaranda. The moment the land is grabbed and a building is put up, they'll be meeting in the city toilets like the bleep they are. So in other words, jamaa anasema wacha bunge la wananchi ipigie Ruto debe, but one day one time they'll wake up na amejenga high rise hapo mahali wanafanya mikutano. But what say you guys? Do drop me your comments in the comment section below and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here are today's ads of the day. If you're in need of office partitioning or home interior works, i.e. kitchen cabinets, modern media walls, wall decoration, wainscoting, wardrobes, tiles, bathrooms, window blinds, gypsum and so on, reach out to Suima's Interiors at 07170 443 or info@swimmers.co.ke, and they'll get all your needs sorted out. Whatever it may be, all interior works, these guys are the best at it.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Ruiru for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
Now, if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.